Hello, everybody! Look at that face, isn't that beautiful? My name is Necroxis, and welcome back to Necroxis Retro Lore's The Forsaken Blight. Oh god, let's stop that, please. Yeah, so this is part 3. To continue the storyline from when we left it off, I wasn't able to get this quest yet. I thought I had to clear the rest of the quests in this camp, but actually what it was is you have to get to level 71, because basically this is just a breadcrumb quest to get to Dragon Blight. And now I'm 73. I've leveled up just a smidge since the last video, so here we go. The quest is called Give It a Name. My, how long has it been? How long have we been working on this damn plague? Finally, after an eternity of failure, we are blessed with perfection. This, it doesn't even have a proper name yet. This blight. That's it, blight! This blight will tear down the very fabric of life. Harris hands you a vial. Now find the bad handler, Tobias, and show him the specimen. He'll get you on your way to Venom Spite. Show off the blight sample to Tobias Sarkov at New Agaman. Fancy. So yeah, I ended up clearing the whole zone off camera, and I started on like a chunk of Dragon Blight as well. As you can see here, I'm already 46 quests into the zone, none of which are the Forsaken story. I've been doing neutral quests just to continue the story onward. So let's see. Tobias Sarkov, very lethal poisonous gas delivery to Venom Spite. Step right up. He says, yeah, you can go ahead and hold on to that vial, friend. I trust you. To Venom Spite. I got a special bat all lined up for you, buddy. Fastest and smoothest ride I've got. We'll take you right to Venom Spite in style. Just hand the vial over to Chief Plaguebringer Middleton once you land. Okay, here we go. So let's have a little discussion while we're on this flight, huh? I've had several people message me on YouTube and ask me two questions. I've gotten these two same questions repeatedly. One, Necroxis, why are you not doing a lot of these quests on your Warlock? For those of you who don't know or haven't watched my other videos, I would suggest you do, by the way. I like to think that the Warlock Rainfire one's pretty good. My Warlock is level 90 and is my main. The reason I don't do a lot of these quests on him, for one, is he has existed since the middle of Vanilla, which has been, what, 8 years plus now? He's done most of the quests in the game, so I can't even go back and do them. Two, he's Alliance, so I can't do any of the Horde ones even if I wanted to. I think it'd be cool if I could somehow, but I can't. Three, I like to do quests as level appropriate as possible, because if you just go through a quest and just murder everyone effortlessly, I feel like it loses something, even just the story itself. It loses a bit of its, I don't know, its seriousness or its urgency. I guess urgency would be better. It loses a bit of its urgency if you can just murder everything without any challenge. So that's why. And number two, I've had several people, like, accusatorily, is that a word? I'm making it one. Accusatorily tell me, like, you're just recording you leveling your alt and putting it up on YouTube. And this is my alt and I am leveling her up, but I'm doing it just so I could see these stories. I mean, as you could tell, I can show you right now. I finished all of Howling Fjord. I just got this, what, today? What's the date? Yeah, today. I've showed you probably 10 out of these 105 quests. So yeah, I'm not doing it just to try and like scam people to watch my videos while I'm leveling an alt. I'm trying to show people quest chains that I think people would find interesting. Even if this Blight video series, people don't like it that much, I think it's important because the Blight becomes much more important in Cataclysm. It even becomes more important in this expansion later on, which I'm going to show you at the end of this series. I'm going to show you the most devastating use of the Blight to date still. So, yeah, I just wanted to address those two things because I think they're important. And, yeah, I just want to tell you guys my thoughts. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. I don't know. Let me know. But continue to suggest things you want me to see, or you want me to do. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Continue to suggest things you want me to do, and so I can show them to you. If you have any lore quest chains that you think would be interesting or that you personally want to see, let me know. I'll try to do them for you. I have a huge list still of stuff I want to do. Unfortunately, I am going to have to do some stuff where I am way above the level appropriate stuff. Some Cataclysm stuff on the Horde side I have to do still. And I don't feel like making another alt and leveling them, so I'm just probably going to use this character and blast through all of it. So, okay, we're at Venom Spite now. That was a good waste of 5 minutes. I should have just cut there, but I wanted to talk to you guys. Alright, so we need to go to Chief Plaguebringer Middleton and hand him our blight specimen as a warning. Do not open, break, eat, wear, drink, or smell. That's some pretty good advice. Let's see, here's this. Here he is. You are the delivery girl. Bitch, I actually helped make this thing. Oh, joyous day, and look, just beyond the mountain to the northeast creeps a whole field of scourge for us to obliterate. The Forsaken Blight in you, how not to die. It's good. I have a feeling this quest is going to be important for me. The details behind the functionality of the plague are hardly important. All you need to know is it does the job it was designed to do. I like how he laughed as I said that. I'm going to pretend that was on purpose. I have managed to synthesize a strain of blight that is inert. Middleton uncorks a vial and inhales. See, my body is still mostly intact. Now mix this with the reactive agent and we all should and we'd all be turned into shapeless piles of goo. On the beach south of here you will find pathetic specters of Alliance soldiers past. Slay them and bring me ectoplasmic residue. Do I need to bring 10 of those? Okay, I will do that for him and I will cut when I'm over there, because if I'm remembering right, these are interesting guys we could talk about for a second, so see you there. Okay, here I am on the Forgotten Shores. I also finally got Northrend flying, by the way. I think I mentioned that in either the last video or the one before that. So, we need to get 10 ectoplasmic residues from these guys, who are actually, for those of you who don't know, this is actually more of an Alliance quest chain, but I can still talk about it. These are actually the people that Arthas came to Northrend with when he first came here. Back in the good old days of Warcraft 3, these are his soldiers that died or were killed by him here. So, it's pretty interesting. We're collecting the residue from them. Not much more else I can talk about. I just wanted to bring that up because I like little things like that. They only even briefly mention it on the Alliance's side too, so. I like when they make important things not that, like, blatant. You have to, like, think about it and be like, oh my god, these guys are actually pretty important. This is where Arthas was over here when he was human. So, I find that cool as a lore fan, but, yep. I'll collect 10 residues and we will be back at Chief Plaguebringer Middleton while I wander around and trying to talk without aggroing stuff. So, I'll see you guys when I get back. And we're back. I have the 10 ectoplasms, whatever. Let's see what he has to say. Or residue, whatever. The residue will be used as the reactive agent to activate the blight. This will do nicely. Did those pathetic whelps put up a fight, or did they just shower you with ghostly tears of sorrow? Ah, how they get so emotional. I like this guy already, folks. Emerald Dragon Tears. With an inert specimen of blight compound complete and the activating agent in hands, there only remains a need for a suitable shell to house the component. Southwest of here, on the shores of Central Dragonblight, is where you will find the Emerald Dragon Shrine. Within the shrine, you will find the hardened remnants of the Green Dragon Teardrop. I don't know the whole story, but apparently they cry out right before they die. Go figure. To collect 8 tears. I'm a huge fan of this dude. So, yep, I presume there's not going to be any story when I get there, so I will just grab the tears and be back here. And we'll see what happens next. I'm back. I definitely didn't cut there. I totally just manifested 8 dragon tears into my inventory, so. Fortunate is that we have a location of a nearby holding a surplus of emerald dragon tears. I would have to send you to Feralis otherwise. That was unfortunate. I do believe that the blight is now ready for a field test. Fortuitously, the dread citadel Naxxramas is laying siege to Winterguard Keep. From beneath the very earth that Winterguard was built upon rise the living dead, eager to do the bidding of Kel'Thuzad. The Alliance, of course, are outmanned and outgunned. The people laid to rest in the Winterguard mausoleum awaken, hungering for flesh. Perhaps we shall give them a taste of the blight, yes? Before I can ship you off to Dr. Malpheus, whoever that is, with the good news, you'll have to run a simple field test of the blight with the modifications I have made. The hungering dead stream out from what remains of old Winterguard. Commandeer a vehicle from the east gate and drive it northeast until Vengeance Pass, until you reach the Twin Towers at the southeast edge of Winterguard. Drop the blight bomb on the undead that cover the area. Report back to me with the results. I can do that. So I will see you guys when I cut to there. So yeah. Oh, my dragon's stuck. So I want to let everybody know how smart I am. I flew all the way to the quest area, which is over here, looking for these stupid blight spreaders, and it turns out they're at the east gate of Venomspite, not the east gate of Winterguard. So I'm quite intelligent, everybody. I promise. So, you can probably tell how much time I wasted from then. What was it? 20 minutes at least. No, not bad. Not that stupid, at least. All right, let's bomb the shit out of some undead. I got 15 minutes to do this. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it. Just saying. It can be like, I'm not gonna say because it's actually part what I'm gonna show you guys last. So, how do I aim this down? Aim down. Aim down. Aim. Aim down. Suck it. Yeah. Got 0. Oh, 1. I'm doing well so far. 2. Let's suck it. For Sylvanas.
That's still recharging.
Launch another.
I can't cast that yet.
Kill all the undead.
That spell isn't ready.
For the Forsaken.
That's still recharging.
Did you think we had forgiven?
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready.
Did you think we had forgotten?
I can't cast that yet.
I totally did not steal that line from somebody else. I came up with it all on my own. I promise. Am I at 30 yet?
That's still recharging.
2 more.
That spell isn't
Come on,
ready.
Scourge. Just walk into the
Still
gas. It's
recharging.
fine. There we go. Let's go back to what's his face? Chief Plaguebringer Middleton. This is actually part of the quest line for probably one of, if not the most epic quest chain finales in all of World of Warcraft to date. I'm confident in saying that. Mists of Pandaria has some really great ones, but this one still sticks in my mind as my favorite of all time, perhaps. So, let's see what Plague Chief, or whatever his title is, Chief Plaguebringer Middleton has to say. Consider it a success. The Scourge kind of just melted when I hit them, so see what he has to say. As much as it irritates me that we may have assisted the Alliance, I declare the field tests a success. Next stop, Agmar's Hammer. The Forsaken Blight. I have prepared a package that must be delivered to Dr. Sinistar Malpheus at Agmar's Hammer. The contents of the package include the final Blight specimen along with its instructions on preparation and samples of the reactive agent. You'll find Agmar's Hammer in Western Dragonblight. Look for the black, jagged metal orc buildings. That will be Agmar's Hammer. Alright, let's deliver it to Dr. Sintar. Did I say Sinistar? Whatever. Sintar Malpheus. I will see you when I get there. We are almost finished creating the Forsaken Blight. We actually have it right here. It's complete. The thing that would go on to wreck the Gilneans and all Cataclysm. So, alright, I'll see you when I get to Agmar's Hammer. Here we are in Agmar's Hammer. We've come to Grand Apothecary. Oh, he has that title too. Apparently there can be 2 Grand Apothecaries at the same time. It's just Grand Apothecary, not Grandest, I guess. Grand Apothecary, Sintar Malpheus. Did I say that? Malpheus? Whatever. About bloody time. Dr. Malpheus looks through the contents of the package. Glorious, exactly to specification. Here is your payment. Keep what you've seen and done to yourself. This is all classified information. Is given out on a need-to-know basis. Uh-oh. And thus, that actually is the end of the quest chain. We've actually completed the Blight, and
Pleased to meet you.
Jennings, and we have completed the Blight after several tests, and we have delivered it to the Grand Apothecary. But just because I don't want this quest chain to end on kind of a not boring but small note, I'm going to show you what probably is the most devastating use of the Forsaken Blight ever to date in Warcraft's lore. It actually is not Gilneas. You might have already suspected it because I've hinted at it several times. I even blatantly mentioned it just earlier. So, alright, I'll see you guys for this, and I'm not going to really speak afterwards. So if you have any other suggestions for epic questions you would like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time for whatever lore we choose to explore, because there certainly is a lot of that left to do. Thanks, guys. Farewell. Actually, before we get to that scene, I want to show you one more quest that is kind of related. I think it was kind of funny, too. So, After you complete that quest, talk to Apothecary Vicky Levine.
What is it?
She says, Blighted Last Rites. Have you read the Wanted poster? What is the High Executor thinking? Basically, the Wanted poster says, let's go kick the shit out of the Scarlet Onslaught. We can't very well have those Scarlet Onslaught idiots being raised by priests or worse rising a scourge now, can we? No, I'm in total agreement with you. We have to do something about the corpses. I have just the thing. Take this blight that we just created and test it out on the prisoner in this cage right here. No muss, no fuss, no returning enemies.
Embrace the shadow.
Let's use this blight that we just got on this guy here. Let's see what happens. Suck it! The Scarlet Onslaught prisoner moans, but seems otherwise unaffected by the blight. The shit? Let's see what she has to say. What? That's impossible! We've perfected the blight. It has a 100% lethality. The apothecary wrings her hands, concern crossing her unliving visage. Clearly frustrated, she continues in an angry tone. This is just really odd. Hand me that flask, mage. I'm not going to be known as the apothecary that ruined everything.
Dark Lady watch over.
And this is a quest where we just kill
Beware.
everything.
Our enemy.
Schlemiel. Huh? Apparently you flubbed this batch of blight. What do you have to say for yourself? But I followed your instructions precisely. Sorry? 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 Here's sorry for you. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Eep. And he's dead. Oops. I guess it is working. That's odd.
I'm listening.
You know what's very curious about this scene? Oh, let's see what it says. I'm going to need a cleanup crew and a new assistant over here. The Scarlet Onslaught guy is not affected. Does it have to do something to do with the light? Because we know that paladins can be killed by the new blight, so it can't be the light. They never really answer this question. If anyone has any clue or theory about it, let me know in the comments as well. Otherwise, I'm going to cut to the scene of the most deadly example. The most deadly use of the plague. Fuck. The most damage it's ever done. Alright, I'll see you. So I lied a second time. One more update. Quick update to end this finale to the video. I was doing a quest later on down here in New Hearthclan, and you have to torture one of the Scarlet Torturers. And one of these things he admits when you torture him is we don't know. Like he's saying things like, "Oh, you know, you're torturing him to get information." And he says, "Well, first he says he'll tell you nothing. Then he says your name. Then he says you know you've been stealing their horses, which is a quest that you just did before this one. And then he says." We know that you don't know why we're immune to your so-called blight. Grand Admiral Westwind somehow gave the High Abbot that prayer. For those of you who don't know, Grand Admiral Westwind is actually the Dreadlord Mal'Ganis of the Burning Legion. And the Burning Legion, of course, is the one who created the Lich King, and therefore they would intimately know about the plague and how it works. Not to mention they also have their own apothecaries in the Burning Legion. So I think that's the answer to my question. I answered my own question. I figured it out. I'm just putting this in here at the end because I just learned that just now. So I'm learning stuff as you guys are. All right, guys. See ya.
They stated, but there is nothing you can. What?
Did you think we had forgotten? Did you think we had forgiven? Behold now the terrible vengeance of the Forsaken!
Sylvanas.
Death to the Scourge! And death to the living! Now, all can see. This is the hour of the Forsaken.
We're finished. No escape for any of us.